What's going on, guys? It's your boy Flawless Wins here, doing a dual commentary with my bro Mr. Budsy29. You know, he be throwing some English tea parties while I'm over here eating my greasy American food, but that is not the topic or subject matter of today. So he is my good friend, thumbnail artist, you know, the man who makes my introductions. I've known him for quite some time, so it just seemed very necessary to do a dual commentary with this individual. So what's up, Mr. Buzzy?
What's up, Flawless's channel. So today we're actually going to be talking about the genuinity of smaller YouTubers compared to the genuinity of the bigger YouTubers. Not mentioning any names, but you know,
and that is
some
definitely
YouTubers
correct.
And you know, not mentioning any names, but some YouTubers aren't as genuine as they kind of make out to be, and you know, it's normally the smaller YouTubers that are the ones that you can actually trust more.
Exactly, such as like, there's so many big YouTubers that will rehash the same exact video subject. Like, they'll be like, oh, here's Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and they just do it honestly for views, and it's like, this game's not even out yet. Like, how much about this game do you really know? Like, how can you give advice about a game that people haven't even played, like pre-patch and stuff like that? But like, I don't know, I don't normally do dual commentaries, because even small YouTubers, even though like you could trust 95% of them, because most of them do have each other's back in a sense, a lot of the time there are certain people that will just do dual commentaries for, you know, a certain amount of views, or they'll try to use a YouTuber who's larger than them. But in this case, I think it actually does make sense, because as long as I've known a guy like Mr. Budsy, I've known him for probably like 2.5-3 years now.
I was actually a second subscriber.
Yeah, see, second subscriber, like we go way back. We go back like hairlines, you know, we go back like car seats, you know, we go back in the day, you know, so it just seemed right, you know. Being genuine is a huge thing. It's important. You were gonna say something, Mr. Budsy?
Yeah, so like, I feel that there's two types of kind of smaller YouTubers. There's the normal type, there's the type that's more popular in the smaller YouTube community. That's the people, you know, they've always got your back, the people that, you know, they subscribe to you for a reason, they stay active and whatnot. And then you've got the kind of the snake in the grass that kind of, they're going around trying to leech off other YouTubers bigger than them, or sometimes even smaller than them, depending on how much of an active subscriber base you have. Like, I mean, if I was to do, for example, a dual commentary of Flawless right now, and I was to, say, not even link him in the description, and I was to fall out with him for some stupid reason, you know, in a month's
right.
time and whatnot, you know, that would suck, because there are YouTubers that literally do that just for the growth of their own channel. It's selfishness, you know, trying to leech off of bigger YouTubers, and it really annoys me to know that there are people out there that would backstab people like that.
Exactly. I think like it does take time to really, you know, get to know somebody and really get to trust them. But once you reach that point, I see no reason not to, you know, work with somebody else, because it's really cool. It's a good way to, you know, meet new people, meet new subscribers, you know, and grow a fan base. Because honestly, like I said, smaller channels, you know, they need a way to really grow, considering like all these big YouTubers are really hogging all the views off of topics, you know, that are really stale. They just kind of beat subjects to death, and it gets boring. And I think like a lot of these smaller channels are on the rise, and they really deserve a chance to come up, because they have a lot of potential. They just don't get that opportunity to really shine. You know what I mean, Mr. Butler?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, because I mean, a lot of smaller YouTubers with maybe 10k subscribers at the max are actually a lot better than some of the YouTubers with like 500k, sometimes even 1 million subscribers. You know, they post a lot better content, they put a lot more effort into it, they put a lot more passion into it. And then you have these bigger YouTubers that maybe had that passion back a couple years ago, but now it's kind of more about the paycheck at the end of the month, and more about how many views they get and whatnot. And that's not what I'm about, that's not what most smaller commentators are about. And you know, I just don't think it's right to be backstabbing people. And yeah.
No, yeah, I feel you 100% on that. It's completely unnecessary. Like, that's why you really have to watch your back and see who you can trust, just like we were just talking about. And like I said, just being genuine is just so key. It's so important. Just being a nice, good person. You know, a lot of people, like you said, are out for that paycheck, but you know, an individual like myself, I do have a job, so it's like I don't even care about YouTube money, honestly. Like, it's not like I'm sitting here like these big YouTubers, you know what I mean? That's like, oh my god, I'm getting 100,000 views, you know? It's just one of those things, really.
Yeah, and I mean, before we get the comments saying, you know, it is these YouTubers' full-time jobs, we understand that, but what we're kind of getting on at is it gets to the point where they're caring more for the money than what they are the fans, and if it wasn't for the fans, they wouldn't be getting the money. That's kind of what we're getting at before anyone, you know, before we get the fire brigade coming in on us, whatnot.
Yeah, wait, let's jump on this topic real quick, because I know you want to talk about swatting and stuff like that, so I think honestly, like, it's actually okay to start growing and, you know, be a big YouTube channel, but there becomes a point where, like, if you get too famous, like, people will actually pray for your downfall, in a sense. Like, you could be live streaming, you know, you could be like White Boy 7th Street, and someone will be like, oh, let's swat this man because he has, you know, a decent amount of success right now. Let's just try to give him a bad time and make his day absolutely miserable. And like sometimes it's better to be a little more low key, you know what I mean, and not really be that known. Like maybe have like 25k subs at most, and really just like enjoy your following, still be able to play with your subscribers, because honestly once your channel gets to that point, you kind of come off as ignoring most of your fan base because you can't play with every individual. You know, it just doesn't happen.
Absolutely not. I mean, when you have YouTubers with 7 million subscribers, there's no way they're going to be able to play with 7 million different people in the time that they're, you know, playing on their Xbox and whatnot. But, I mean, for me personally, it's more about fan interaction. So, I understand that you can't reply to every comment and you get a lot of repeat comments and stuff. But for me, even if no matter how many subscribers I had, I would try to reply to as many comments as humanly possible. You know, I'd be checking my comments at least 10, 15 times a day. Probably an hour, actually, knowing me. But
right.
Yeah, you know, us small YouTubers, you know, the YouTube grind is a lot more persistent. There's a lot more passion in our smaller YouTubers than what there are in the, you know, the bigger million sub channels and whatnot.
So many people, man. So many people nowadays are just underrated and they just need that chance. You know, this is like YouTube American Idol right now. You know, this is like YouTube's Got Talent. You know, there's just such a huge talent pool that's just being unaddressed because there's like 5 YouTubers that are like running the game right now, and it's just hard to really, you know, come up, honestly. And for you YouTubers who are just starting out, like, don't expect to just like jump into it and become famous, because that's just the wrong way to look at things. Like, just do YouTube for fun, and usually your subscriber base, you know, your fan base can pick up on if you enjoy doing what you're doing. And, you know, that's when everybody wins, because everybody's happy and everybody is going to actually enjoy your content the way they should.
Yeah, so like, you know, if I was to be a big YouTuber and I was to be making commentaries like, you know, hey there guys, it's Mr. Buzzy here today, got another video, kind of only doing this because I was running below on money, whatnot. Like, those YouTubers are so boring, and you can see, you know, they've got like however many subs they have, but they're not growing anymore. The only reason they've got so many is because they started however many years ago.
And you know what's sad? When people from your own country don't even like your content, and you have like 1 million subscribers. Like, I'm not gonna say any names, but you know, the same people who keep recording the same exact gameplays over and over and over again. That junk just gets tedious and it's annoying. And the only reason they honestly still have a following and a fan base is because their view count is just so high that new people are always gonna find their channels. But honestly, that's why I only watch like 4 YouTubers, and like 2 of them have big channels, because I don't know, it's just crazy right now.
Yeah, so you know, this video is kind of getting at that point where it's kind of long now, so we're going to end this video here. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to slap that like button in the face, and of course, go subscribe to Flawless in the description below, and I'll let him do the rest of the outro.
So listen guys, here's the thing. My British bro, my British friend, Mr. Buzzy29, he's on his come up, he's on the rise. You know, big YouTubers, they're finally getting to the point where they're acknowledging Mr. Buzzy, so check out his channel. He's a good dude. He's, you know, helped me out, I've helped him out. You know, we're doing our best, you know, trying to make some noise, trying to bring the most action-packed, entertaining content that we possibly can. So with that said, you know, check out Mr. Buzzy29. It's your boy, and I'm gonna end this on a deuces.